What is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate Landucci if you are new here. And if you're not, what's up? You know the drill. Today we are doing this colorful festive makeup. We are not going with the basic silver sparkly eye for New Year's Eve. We are trying something new. We are experimenting with color. This makeup makes me feel like a superhero. It gives me superhero vibes, which is what I want going into the new year anyways. We need to turn a new leaf on 2020. She needs to go away. We have to move on. And we are going into it feeling powerful and good about ourselves. So this is what I was kind of channeling for my festive New Year's Eve makeup. And speaking of new and turning a new leaf, I've got a new little fun background with these pink lights. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the love so far, and I can't wait to do more next year. Thank you. Let's get started. Oh, before I do anything, I am so dry. I'm dry. New York City apartments are not kind to your skin, let me tell you that. It's just dry as hell. So to prep my skin, I am going to use, and this is like, I'm on the last drop of this stuff, but it's the Ordinary Rosehip Facial Oil. I need to go pick some more up this afternoon. There's an Ordinary store in my neighborhood, so that's exciting. So I'm going to use like the last few drops of this guy and just massage it into my skin. Pat it in. I like using oil under foundation. I know that's some people just don't like that look or feeling, but I just think it adds a really dewy base for whatever you're doing, especially in the winter. Like I know summertime, like you don't want to feel oilier than you already are, but in the winter, I think it just makes foundation look so beautiful. And I'm gonna do in my next video, a like winter skin video. I'm gonna teach or share with you guys a couple of tips that I do for my skin in the winter using oils in different ways in combination with makeup. Also, do you like our new lights back there? Thanks to Gabe. Wanted to add something fun because this is a New Year's Eve look. And none of us are going anywhere for New Year's Eve, let's be honest. I mean, it is what it is. You gotta have fun at home, do your own thing, you know? It is what it is. 2020 is almost over. Thank God. Foundation. I'm gonna use the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm in the shade 5.75. And I'm gonna use it with a sponge today. I haven't tried it with a sponge yet, so I'm curious to see how that works. Look at the sponge is huge. I love these e.l.f. sponges. They're literally $3 or $4. They have a bunch of different shapes. I want to try the camo concealer one that they have because the shape looks really nice. I just haven't picked it up yet. I kind of want to use this one a little bit more until I buy a new one, but for the price, you can't beat it. Their sponges are great. I've had quite a few different ones of theirs in the past, and I think they're better than the Beauty Blender. Controversial, but yeah, I think this foundation honestly looks good no matter what way you use it. I think it's everything the hype has told you. So that's cool. It better be for $68. I better do my damn taxes for $68 or whatever the hell I paid for this, but for concealer, I'm going to use the NudeStix concealer. It's called the Dream Concealer. I'm still playing with this. I got this a few weeks ago, and I don't use it like every day because the RMS one, as you know, is my favorite for every day. So I'm still kind of playing with this to see how I like it for more going out looks or more like put together looks. But when I have used it, the consistency is really nice. And this is in the shade 3. I want to try their foundation. I don't even know if they call it a foundation or if they just call it like a tinted cover or something, but Daisy Cash has been using it on her channel, and as you know, she's like one of my favorite YouTubers. and it looks so beautiful on her skin, and it looks so lightweight but covers really well, really flawlessly. So I want to try that, I think. But I want to use up my MAC face and body before I do that, because you know, here on this channel we use what we have. I really like this concealer with the sponge more than a brush, I think. It looks really nice. And I think the oil underneath helps, like having an oilier product underneath, because I really don't like concealer in a tube. I've just realized that. I mean, I prefer it in a pot or a stick, like a more solid one, because I just think they're a creamy... It's weird, I think they're a creamier consistency, which is strange because you would think the ones that are in a tube that are actually liquid are creamier. But like tube ones always seem to dry down really like powdery or matte, and they get dry, whereas like the other ones are more like emollient in my opinion. I'm gonna do a little bit of bronzer, matte bronzer, just to warm up the skin. I'm gonna use this IT Cosmetics bronzer. Vitality Glow bronzer. They've reformulated this. It's not this anymore. It's called something different, but it's the same thing. But use whatever matte bronzer you have. Doesn't matter. And this is a Sonia Kashuk duo contour brush, but I like how big and fluffy it is because it's a duo fiber, and you can just really deposit powders very effortlessly. Really quickly, I'm going to do my brows, and I'm just going to use Hourglass Arch Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel in soft brown. What I normally do. I want to try different brow gels when this is gone from different brands. I think the Milk one people have said is really good, and just from other ones from really like smaller brands. I can't think of the one I'm trying to think of right now, but I always try to find products from smaller brands that work and perform well, because I'd kind of prefer to support a smaller company if possible. Oh, I just remembered the one I was thinking of, M Cosmetics. I want to try a bunch of stuff from M Cosmetics. The brand just looks so cute and so my style with the, they've got the serum blushes, and their lip liners look really gorgeous, and their brow, everything looks really gorgeous from them. So I really want to try some products from M. So stay tuned for that. Once I run out of a couple things, I'm gonna go and buy some stuff from them to test out. So stay tuned. We're gonna move on to the eyes. We'll come back to the skin after we figure out what we're doing with the eyes here, but it's gonna be really fun. Let me grab a brush here. I always look at my okay, look at all these brushes I have for eyes. By the way, this is an old diptyque canister. I use my old candles as jars for brushes. A great little tip, if you have leftover candles that are in glass jars, empty them out and use them to store things in. Cotton swabs, Q-tips, makeup brushes, so many things for that. So anyways, I store all my brushes in there, and I have so many brushes, but then I always pick this guy. It's my favorite. It's the Space 9K crease brush. I'm first going to map out my eye with just a little bit of a basic crease color, and for that I'm just using my bronzer. That's honestly the easiest thing you could ever do. Bronzers are like the best shade for crease colors in my opinion. Map out a little bit of a shape here, just for some sort of groundwork for the shadow we're going to put on, because we are doing a very fun shadow today. Very fun eye look, but I just want something there to ground it. So I'm just going to sweep this through my crease. And you can see it just gives us some kind of shape. I'm going to go straight into our hero shadow of the day, and I talked about this in my favorite drugstore makeup video. This is the Pris-Metal Chrome Eye Mousse from J.Cat Beauty. I'm obsessed with this formula. For $5 or $6, whatever it is pretty much similar to the Marc Jacobs Sequins or Natasha Denona Crystal Chroma eye shadows or eye toppers. You'll hate this product if you use a brush. You have to use your finger with it. It's a very creamy, spongy texture like the ColourPop shadows are. but I'm obsessed with the shadow. So I'm gonna use this color today called Foiled Bombshell. It's this amazing green color. And we are going to press this on all over our entire lid. What I do with this shadow specifically, or shadows of this consistency, is I deposit most of the color on the center of the lid and then work my way up and to both sides. That way you get kind of the heaviest shadow in the center, but it's gonna go everywhere regardless. You can feel your mobile lid and you can feel as far as it goes up. The next step we are going to do is take another one of my drugstore favorites, and it's the Pixi Endless Silky Eye Pen, and this is in black blue, although it is a true navy in my opinion. And we're gonna build out a wing that's pretty dramatic, and then I think depending on the color payoff, we might add a shadow on top of it. So let's see where we get, but I'm dying to use this color with another product that we have coming up. So I'm just gonna go for it. And then I'm gonna take a smudgy brush and start to kind of smoke this out a little bit. Like I said, I was not sure if I was gonna go over it with shadow or not, which I am. I want it a little bit more intense. This color in my Pat McGrath shadow is absolutely insane. It's this one right here. There's no names on these shadows, but this is like the navy blue in the first edition of the Pat McGrath shadow palettes. I think it's just called like Sublime 1 or something. So I'm gonna use this gorgeous blue color, which I've never used in this collection, and go over the liner with this blue. It's just really intensifying that blue color that matches my shirt here. It's got a ton of fallout, so I'm just picking it up on the brush and stamping it on where the liner was. I'm gonna go back to my green, pick up a little bit more of this color and stamp over it just so we have that green doesn't just go away anywhere. We still want to see that color. I just cleaned up some of the fallout that I had. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but be careful if you have that palette. That one shadow in particular is very crumbly, but it's beautiful. That blue is so pretty. So I'm going to take my same liner. We're gonna line our lash line, and then we're gonna also line our waterline and our lash line, and we're gonna smoke it out, this blue on the bottom. Take our smudgy brush. And then same thing, we're gonna stamp on the Pat McGrath blue color as gently as we can, because I don't want this fallout to get crazy on me. So as gently as we can with our angled brush, stamp it on to the lower lash line. I'm gonna take my original blending brush for the crease, take my bronzer again, and then run that under the blue here so it kind of matches the gradation we have here. For inner corner highlight, let me see if this one will work. I might use this one here in the palette, this like citrine color. Let me pick it up with my finger and see if it'll work. Yeah. I'm gonna use this for the inner corner highlight. That mirror's way too big. I feel like a superhero in this makeup. This is like superhero makeup. Ooh, okay, let's blend it out with, take this brush. I want more of this color. So we're gonna bring this up on the inner corner and the center of the eye here. Blending it out. Oh yeah, this is the move. I'm gonna have to clean up around the eye with foundation because that blue, while it's pretty, it's kind of a pain in the butt. We are going to move on to mascara, and I'm really dying to use this, so I hope it works out, but it is the L'Oreal Voluminous, which I love the original formula, obviously, who doesn't? But I had the blue one. I picked it up randomly one day just to see if it would work, because I really wanted to do a blue look like this, and I was like, I wonder if it's gonna work. So we're gonna try it out together. I know the Voluminous formula is so good. I just don't know how this is gonna look. If it sucks, we just put black over it, but let's see together how this will turn out. After all, this is a New Year's Eve makeup for a New Year's Eve party we have nowhere to go to, so why not just have fun? I don't know, can you tell that I have blue mascara on? Does it look like crap? I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool in person. I have no idea on camera if you can even tell. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the other eye, clean up around the edge of the eye with some foundation and some powder. And once we finish the rest of the face, we'll see if we still like the blue. I love the formula. The original Voluminous formula is so good. The formula and everything is great. I just don't know if the blue does anything. I don't even know if you can tell. We're gonna go with it and see what happens. So I'll see you right after I finish this whole thing on this eye. We're back. I felt like, I mean, in YouTube time, that would be like a snap, but that just took me so long to do the other eye. So I just completed, obviously did the same thing, but then I added that citrine color, this color from the Pat McGrath palette. Literally everywhere. It just did something that I wasn't expecting, and I loved it across the lid. I defined the crease a little more, and then I cleaned up these wings so they're super sharp. I love the blue. The blue mascara I think is dope. We're gonna stick with it. What I'm gonna show you is I wiped away quite a bit of my concealer because that blue was so messy. So I'm just gonna clean it up and move and reapply my concealer. Just gonna dot a little bit under my eye and then use my sponge again to blend it out. And this will really make the look way more put together because I did have to wipe it away. If I knew that blue was so messy, I would have done my eyes first, but you live and you learn. Take my bronzer brush, nothing else on it, and just go back over my skin if any of that bronzer had gotten wiped away. Whatever is excess on here, just to go back over and hydrate us a little bit. Lolo! She's our older dog. And she's not even 5 pounds. She's really tiny, and we just got her a cat collar with a little bell on it so we can hear her around the apartment. She's like maybe 13 or something, but she's so cute. So I'm moving on to blush. I'm gonna use this Burt's Bees color. It's called Toasted Cinnamon. It's almost like a bronzer with a little bit of shimmer in it. I wanna keep it very muted on the face because I don't wanna distract from these eyes that we have. I'm just gonna warm up the skin a little bit more than it is right now. Before I do my highlight, I want to spray on my face. I'm feeling a little bit powdery, so we don't do powdery looks on this channel. We give it dewy babies. I'm gonna do a little facial spray, Mario Badescu Lavender, just to melt everything in a little bit. For highlight, I am using my RMS Living Luminizer. I want to finish this so badly because I want to get something new from a different brand. But I want to finish this first. Because this is just like the dewiest, most natural healthy looking highlighter I've ever tried. There's one similar that's out there in the market. I won't say which one because I'll make it a surprise on the channel, but this is definitely an original of its kind. But I still want to experiment and try different things. For liner, I'm going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 liner in 1993. I love this liner. It's such a good color. It's pretty similar to my blush and bronzer. It's just a very warm nude. This is like the perfect literal 90s nude as the title describes. For lipstick, well, if you guys are new here, you know I'm not a huge lipstick girl. I'm a gloss girl. So we're going to use the NARS Laguna Gloss. It's this gorgeous gold color, but it comes off just like the healthiest, prettiest looking gloss ever. It's not like super gold. But I think with this eye look, it's going to be so pretty. And this feels like a lip oil. It's very hydrating and not sticky. Cool. I hate this mirror. I need a new one. Please like and subscribe to my channel so this makes me money so I can afford to buy a new mirror. Oh my god, this is horrible. Okay, this is the final look. I love how this turned out. That blue was trying me for a second. That Pat McGrath blue, I was like, girl, you better get it together and quit crumbling on me, but it turned out good. Once you clean everything up, that's like, sometimes eyeshadow can get dicey, and then once you start cleaning and blending, you're like, oh, okay, it's gonna work out for me. So I love this look. I think this would be so cool for whatever kind of New Year's Eve party you attend. Hopefully it's safe and you stay safe and healthy regardless of whatever you do. If you're home, whatever, have a Zoom party. This is like some powerful superhero makeup. I feel like a superhero in this. And we all need to feel like we're gonna rock it out in 2021 and feel good about the next year because Lord knows 2020 was not the best. But we're gonna turn it over and turn a new leaf. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.